Now I'm going to review an RTS that everyone grew up with. Sure, a lot of us transit fans like myself grew up with the GMC and TMC RTSs, but these RTSs will always be known as the RTSs of our childhood and generation. And these RTSs are still plying the streets of New York City to this very day. So without further ado, this is the review of the 1996 Novabus RTSs. These are the 1996 Novabus RTSs, the first Novabus RTSs of New York City Transit. This is also the second biggest order of RTSs since the GMC RTSs in 1981. Now their fleet numbers range from 8750 to 9349. Also, 1996 was also the birth year of yours truly. Anyway, so without further ado, let's go to the list of depots that got these RTSs. This is going to be a long-ass list, so here we go. So 8750 to 8806 were delivered to the Walnut Depot, which has been closed since 1998, while 8807 to 8898 were delivered to Kingsbridge Depot. 8925 to 8924 were delivered to East New York Depot. Now, 8925 to 9074 were first sent to Atlanta, Georgia for the Summer Olympics. And when they were returned, this is what happened. 8925 to 8938, along with 9050 and 9052, along with 9057 to 9069, along with 9072 to 9074, were delivered to East New York Depot. Damn! That's like a majority of the fleet right there. Anyway, 8939 to 8978, along with 9051, as well as 9053 to 9056, along with 9070 to 9072, 9074 were delivered to Jamaica Depot. 9075 to 9089 were delivered to Flatbush Depot, while 9090 to 9139 were delivered to Elmer Park Depot. 9140 to 9149, along with 9150 to 9179, were delivered to Fresh Pond Depot. The expresses start at 9250 to 9299, which were delivered to Yukon Depot. 9300 to 9346 were delivered to Elmer Park Depot, while 9347 to 9349 went to Jamaica Depot. 8979 to 9024 were delivered to 126th Street Depot, then were sent to Manhattanville Depot a year later. 126th Street Depot was closed in January of this year, once Mother Clara Hill Depot reopened. 9025 to 9050 were delivered to Manhattanville Depot, while, last but not least, 9125, I think, to 9249 were delivered to Gun Hill Depot. My memory is kind of fuzzy about that one, so if you guys know where they went before when they were delivered, please hit me up. These RTSs are now scattered throughout the system, while some are still at their original depots. Unfortunately, many have been sent to MTA bus to depots like JFK Depot and LaGuardia Depot. Seriously, those two depots suck balls when it comes to maintenance. In fact, LaGuardia Depot is responsible for the premature death of 9317. My reaction to that was... But seriously though, out of all the things in the world, an RTS, why couldn't it have been this? Or these pieces of shit? What they should have done was send them to Baisley Park, Spring Creek, or College Point depots, because they do a much better job of taking care of their equipment. So these RTSs, unlike the TMC RTSs from previous deliveries, these came with more and more improvements, and were the first RTSs to feature the new logos and labels, otherwise known as New York City Bus, as seen on this photo of 8750. And these RTSs signify the use of the Detroit Diesel Series 50 engine, which a lot of us transit and bus fans still go nuts over to this very day. Here it is. Units 9140 to 9149 were powered with Cummins M11E engines, just like their distant cousins at New Jersey Transit. Check it out. Unfortunately, 9140 to 9149 are now retired, which I think is bullshit. As you guys can see, these RTSs also featured Alcoa rims, along with the black trimming, which make these RTSs look like they couldn't be fucked with whatsoever. But unfortunately, they started painting the doors white and took the Alcoa rims off. But either way, they still looked great and sounded awesome. And by 2007, some were repainted into the new paint scheme, otherwise known as the whiteback, which I honestly dislike. But on the other hand, it's a good sign to see on any RTS because it shows that they're here to stay. In fact, some have and are currently being rehabbed and repainted right now as we speak. There's still a good number of 1996 RTSs with the original blackback paint scheme. Track them down, and track them down ASAP. For example, I remember this past summer I saw 8974, 9057, 9058, 9056, and many others, and I just took off after them. It was worth it because, of course, I caught up to them and got on. I almost forgot. 9043 is really an RTS to look for because it has a really funky paint scheme. The back is like half black back, half white back. I remember losing track of that RTS for a while, but then one day last summer, as I was walking up Fulton Street, 9043 roared right past me, and I just took off after it. And of course, after 5 or 6 blocks, I caught up to it, and I got on. And that driver hauled ass, too. I am very happy to say that there is a good portion of these RTSs still in service to this day, but unfortunately, they are slowly being phased out due to the deliveries of the brand new Flyer Excelsiors. Now don't get me wrong, I do like those, but the RTSs still have a lot more to offer and have a lot more value. So get your rides in ASAP, because by the end of this year going into 2016, that's it. There'll be nothing but a memory. If they preserve one, I'm going to bust my butt, but if they don't, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, and before I forget, 8797 was converted into a MetroCard bus and renumbered to 0017, while 9207 became an NYPD unit numbered 9827. So that being said, this is Kal-El Johnson. Thanks for watching, and enjoy these RTSs while they're still alive. And also...
Y se me pasa la vida y no encuentro salida sin ti. Mami, estoy de regreso. Y es Frankie. Mucho tiempo hablando y no te sé